Hello people in the house out there. Today we're talking about the first dail eireann. I know I'm 2 days late, so don't shout at me for it, because I am 2 days late. So it happened on the 21st of January 1919. So basically, I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes because it's my patriotic duty to talk about the first dail eireann of the Republic of Ireland, or the Irish Republic as it was called back then. So this was not even supposed to be a thing. The British government wouldn't allow it. But it happened anyway, let's just put it that way. Like, it was the biggest fuck you to the British in a long time. Like, they needed a good fuck you at that time. They say that we have enough of your past, which started the Irish War of Independence. So that's what they started. And the same day the first dail was in the Marching House in Dublin to OIC, which is why Irish Gestapo police, basically the way Irish Gestapo police officer known now at the time, police officer in the Republic of Ireland now at the time. Two were shot in Tipperary, which started the War of Independence. So great, it's long history, and literally it's so long. So the first president of dail eireann was Carl Burr. Carl Burr was very quiet man, but he's very good. And as everybody knows, the president of the Irish Republic was Eamon de Valera, which I think everybody knows my opinion on him. But at this moment in time, everybody was friends. Let's just put it that way. And there was no civil wars happening, at least not yet. So, as everybody knows, the elections of 1918. The first woman was Countess Margaret Fix to ever be elected to any British Parliament, and she didn't take up a seat because Sinn Féin don't take the seats in the House of Commons or in any thing. So it was 105 MEPs. I think it was for Ireland. I think so. Like, there's just so much here. Like, I could go on for hours talking, but there's so many small little details that I could just talk about here. But I'd be here all day. Sinn Féin won 73 out of 105 Irish seats. Yeah, I remember now. 105 Irish seats. I'm just looking at here. Like, there's so many things. I have a wrote down points of it here. So it is that was a quite bit for Sinn Féin to get. That actually was a quite bit. And Countess Margaret Fix was one of them. Very well established woman who needed no man to carry her. She was a absolute fighter, or absolute. Let's just put absolute legend. That's the word I'm looking for, because she didn't care for what anybody thought of her, because she had her job. She had her job to do, and she was going to do it no matter what the British done. Also Arthur Griffith too, and other members of Sinn Féin, like Michael Collins, who was elected into the door too for go. So the Irish dail is the first dail of dail eireann, or whatever you want to call it, the first dail, if you want to be technical, called the first dail of the Irish Republic. But that's just being technical. That's just nitty picky. But this was a great fuck you to the British Army and the British Empire and to the King and everything. But you had this. They still had to swear. I think they still had to swear allegiance to the Crown, because it was still kind of a puppet kind of thing. Well, I don't think they did actually. I'm just taken back. I can't remember if they did or not. But it was the biggest fuck you ever, to be honest. Like, it was just like Britain owned half of the world at the time. Like, they owned South Africa, they owned India, and they owned Australia, they owned New Zealand, they owned Canada, they owned loads of small little places around the whole world. Like, they absolutely ruled everywhere. And to have a country that's right beside you go into open rebellion and start its own government is a bit of a shame. That's like, they wouldn't a million miles away. So many people said in the past, we were right up in England's face. We were just literally right there. It's different if Australia went into open rebellion in this time, because it take much needed to get fresh troops down to Australia to reinforce and to restore order. But obviously in Ireland they said then they could send troops and auxiliaries and black and tans and very fast, because they were just literally right up in their faces, which was a shame. But let's just put it this way, the first dail eireann was the stepping stone to Irish freedom. Like, the Easter Rising was the thing that sparked. It was the greatest effect, but it was a very sad effect too, if we think about it, because these innocent people had lives. Tom Clark and McDonough and James Connolly, they had lives, and they gave all their lives to the Irish Republic and to the freedom of Ireland and to the people of Ireland. And we have to remember this, and we have to remember our comrades who died in the War of Independence, because they fought for our freedom too. They were just continuing on the work that James Connolly and Tom Clark and all the heroes of 1916 done. They were continuing it on to make sure that their lives were not in vain, and that they were going to achieve what they were going to achieve in 1916. And which they did. They really did succeed, because loads of countries were looking at Ireland like, damn, this is a really, really big thing. Like, it was in the front page of the New York Times at the time, which was a huge thing to have it in America, to have it in the front page of the New York Times. That's the first dail eireann, the first government in Ireland. That's the first, I think, was. I should get a copy of the newspaper and show you it if it's on the internet, but I don't have it at the moment in time. But it just goes to show you how big of a deal this was. Like, this was huge. This was absolutely huge, because it was the biggest absolute fuck you to the British. We're going to take our own. We're going to decide our own standards and our own rules. We're going to have our own government, and if you don't like, you can go fuck off. That's mainly what they were trying to say to the British government. Like, this is our country. We're going to govern our own people. We're going to do our own thing, and if you don't like it, then it's tough luck. That's really the way it went to, and then it went to the War of Independence. So there were 73 members in all, so just keep that in mind. Like, it was not pretty small, that's what I mean by pretty small. It's pretty big, to be honest with you. So it was a great stepping stone for the time, and yeah, that's really all I can say. Like, the first dail eireann was a great stepping stone to where we are today. I know it might not be the best of republic we can imagine, because it's just a sham of a republic we have now. And to think that loads of men, like in 1916 and the War of Independence, died. I mean, literally died, gave up the whole lives, gave up the whole dreams to free Ireland. And now we're here 100 years later, and we can't even fucking put our own people into houses, because we're that thick, and we can't even do anything like that. Because you have to think about their sacrifice. Like, if we were called to do our patriotic duty in the morning, would we do the same as them? Would we have the courage? Because I don't think really many people in this country would have the courage to rise like these people, because these men and these women were absolutely heroes. There's no word that can describe them better than that. So I just want to say, this was the stepping stone towards where we are today. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. I will cover more of this, and not the first dail, but other things, like the War of Independence soon, because it is 100 years since the beginning of the War of Independence, so I will cover more on this. So just bear with me on that, and sorry that it's 2 days later, because I just wanted to see what I could say, and wanted to get notes and write down the notes and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.